In this video, we will learn how to build and interact with payment items. There are 3 things we want to make sure you understand by the end of this video. This includes understanding the role of payment items in the SchoolPay system. We will also cover how to build, edit, and maintain your catalog of payment items. Lastly, it's important to understand the various optional features available to meet your payment item needs. First, we will discuss the things you need to know about payment items. Payment items appear for parents in their Payment Center accounts. However, they are built in the Administrator module of SchoolPay. When building a new item, you simply fill out a form which contains basic information about the item. You will create a separate payment item for everything in which you are taking payment. For example, if you have 2 versions of a yearbook, like a personalized yearbook versus a non-personalized yearbook, you would need to build 2 payment items. Or if there are 10 fall sports with participation fees, you would most likely build 10 payment items. Next, we will discuss the different types of payment items in SchoolPay. The simplest and most common item type is an individual item. You will build an individual item for anything in which you accept payment. Most of the items you build in SchoolPay will be individual items. Therefore, mastering this item type is the key to learning the other item types. We will also discuss multi-items. A multi-item or multi-item page is the result of linking many individual items together. There are 3 other item types that you can build in SchoolPay. Recurring items are individual items which are set to automatically trigger repeated future payments based on a custom schedule that you configure. No-cost items are also similar to individual items, but they carry no cost. This item type is frequently used for things like sign-ups or waiting lists, where a payment may not be required. Blackboard items are also similar to individual items, however, these integrate with the Blackboard Parent Link application. If your district uses the Parent Link application, please contact your SchoolPay account manager for more information on how to integrate the 2 systems. Let's proceed with demonstrating payment items within the Administrator module. To begin, you will need to log in as an administrator at SchoolPay.com. In the upper right area of the screen, mouse over Payments to see your different item types. We will start by selecting Individual Items. Here you will see your list of items. You can search for an item in this search bar. To view a compact or expanded view of your items, select this button with 4 horizontal lines. You can also sort your items by clicking this gear icon on the top right. On the left side of the screen, you will see the different item types available. For each item type, you can view the items, add a new one, or click the I for more information. When building a new item, click the plus icon on the left, and this will take you to a simple blank form. There are 3 main components of building an item: general details, payment and settlement, and custom fields. In the general details section, you will add the item title, category, image, and description. You can also configure a custom URL for items that will be purchased through guest checkout. On the top right corner of this section, you will notice the Advanced Item Settings. This is where you configure quantity, activity, visibility, and guest checkout settings. The first option under quantity allows you to assess a limited or available quantity on the item. This ensures that you only sell a certain number of this item and do not oversell. Likewise, you can allow the payer to purchase more than one of this item by providing a quantity field. Next, we have activity. If an item is active, it is available for payment. If it is not active, it is not available. Likewise, you can set this item so that it turns on or off automatically at the dates configured here. Next, you can determine if this item should be visible in the Payment Center or available in the Blackboard Parent Link stream. Lastly, we have Guest Checkout settings. Guest Checkout allows non-parents and community members to make payments to the school without needing to create an account. If this item is available outside of the Payment Center, you will want to ensure that the item is set to allow Guest Checkout or Guest Checkout only. If an item is set to Guest Only Checkout, it is not able to be visible in the Payment Center. The next section is for payment and settlement settings. First, you select the settlement account or bank account that should receive these funds. This drop-down menu will contain the bank accounts or payees that are configured for your account. Next, select the chart of accounts. This is where you determine which general ledger account will receive these funds. If you do not see the particular account in this list, you can create one on the fly. If your district uses sub-accounts, you can also select a sub-account in addition to a chart of account code. You can also determine the payment methods accepted for this item. The options listed here are configured by the district during implementation. On the right, you can determine the item amount. A fixed item means that an item is the same amount with each payment. For example, this particular item is $10 each time. You can also set the item to be open. In this scenario, the payer would enter the amount they would like to pay. In this scenario, the payer enters the amount they would like to pay. Likewise, you can set a range on the amount they are allowed to type in. For this yearbook item, we'll set this back to be a fixed item of $10. Lastly, there are several types of additional fees you can add to the payment item. This includes a fixed or suggested convenience fee, a tax percentage, or a fixed shipping fee. The next section is for custom fields. This is where you ask for additional information from the payer. You automatically collect the payer information when the payment is made. If the payment is processed in the Payment Center, you will also automatically collect the student's name, ID number, and grade. The options on the left are the different ways you can collect information from the person that's making their payment. There may be questions you ask the payer which require them to type in their answer. Or you could ask a question which allows them to choose from a list of options that you provide. Each option on the left has an eye icon which will provide you with more information on that specific format. Checkboxes give the payer options to choose from and allow them to select one or multiple answer. Drop-down lists and radio button lists allow the payer to select one of the options you have provided them. A text area allows the payer to type in an unlimited answer. A text field allows the payer to type in a short response like a phone number. Lastly, a hidden text field will apply a text field to each payment which is not visible to the payer. To add a new question to your form, click the plus icon. For this custom field we will be building today, we'll do a drop-down list, and we'll ask for a t-shirt size. The custom field label is the question you are asking. You can provide additional information, like a hint, which will help the payer in answering this question. You can also make this field mandatory, meaning the payer cannot continue with their payment unless this question is completed. Click Next, and you are taken to the screen where you can provide the payer with the different options to choose from. Click Add New option for each size of the t-shirts you are offering. When you're done, click Save, and you will now see that question over on the right. The last part of building an item is targeting who can pay for it. You can target items by grade, school, student, or student group. When the item is completed, you will have the option to save or save as draft and come back to it. You can also check the item's readiness, and this will tell you if you have all mandatory parts of the form completed. Once saved, you are taken back to your list of individual items. From this screen, you will see toggles for making the item active or inactive. You can also set it to be visible or invisible. When you click on each toggle, it will turn to the appropriate setting. You can also see the number of times this item has been purchased. Here is the unit price, and you can also see the lifetime sales of the item by clicking View. There are several icons on the right as well. The first icon allows you to take payment for this item through the virtual terminal. The pencil icon allows you to edit the item. The third icon, which looks like two sheets of paper, duplicates the item, letting you build a new item off of a copy of one you've already built. The next icon will provide you with 3 links. The first option will give you a preview of what the item looks like. The second option will allow you to share a preview of the item to another administrator. The last option will provide you with the link needed for guest checkout. The last icon provides you with several options for promoting the item. If you need to delete an item, you can also select it on the left and click the trash icon. This completes the individual items section. Once your individual items are built, you are able to group them together onto a multi-item page. A multi-item page consists of multiple individual items that have been grouped together for the purposes of organization from one unified link. Create a new MIP by clicking the plus icon. You will notice that the general layout of building a multi-item page is very similar to the individual item build. The key difference is in the middle section. Here you select the items that will be grouped together onto this page. You can search for specific items and sort them by category or status. Click the plus icon to select it. If you have a particular item or items that are required before any others can be purchased on this multi-item page, simply check this box to mark it as mandatory. You have the same custom field options as the individual items section. However, these custom fields are applied to all items purchased within the transaction. Custom fields entered at the multi-item page level will only require that the payer responds once, though their responses will be visible on all items purchased in your reporting. Next is the targeting section. Multi-item pages can be targeted just like individual items. They appear to parents as a collapsed list and provide more organization within the payment center. You can save the item just like an individual item. Once saved, you are taken back to your list of multi-items. Here you have the same icons and options as the individual items list. The key thing to know here is that your individual items must be built prior to grouping them together on a multi-item page. Therefore, understanding the individual item section is key to learning the rest of the item types. This concludes the training video on building and working with items. Thank you for watching.